Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to boost your conversion rate by 3 times using a simple component on your website. We see it all the times, right? People getting on your page, looking around, browsing the page, and then they leave even without clicking on the buy button. Instead, you can use something like the one that you're seeing right now on my page, a simple component like a coupon code pop-up that appears in the right moment to make people take action without leaving the page. I'm going to show you on this video step by step how to create something like the one that you see right now on screen and how quick it is to come out with a pop-up like this. Let's move my camera to my Claspo dashboard. That is the tool we're using to create our widget, our pop-up. Now, let's see what you can do with this. First of all, you have to click on the big orange button, new widget here at the top of the screen. And then you can choose to start from scratch or you can start from a template library. I strongly recommend you to go with the template library because Claspo offers you a vast library of templates and widgets for any kind of situation you want to face. As you can see, you have different styles for different purposes. What I suggest you to do is to click here on the sidebar on the checkbox increase sales so you can see just the pop-ups that are created to increase your conversion rate and your sales. And then take a look at design here and use the one that you like the most. As you can see, you have normal pop-ups that appear at in the middle of the screen. You have pop-ups that sits on the corner of your screen. You have bar that sits at the bottom of your screen or at the top of your screen. You choose the one that you like the most. For the sake of this example of this video, I'm going to use a coupon code pop-up like we can use this or this or this. Let's go with this one. Now, even before we start working on the design of this widget, you can see here on the right-hand side that you can already change the color scheme. If you don't like the one that you see right now, you can just take a look at other styles that you can pick from. And everything is already balanced, so you can pick the one that resembles the most your website and your look and feel, and then click on use this template. One thing that I want to show you even before we start working on the design of this template is this part here. You can use this as a standard pop-up on the middle of the screen, or you can use it as a floating box on the corner of your page or on a specific part of your page, and you can choose the position here. Or you can use it as a content blocking widget in case you have a blog or you have some content that you want people to keep reading just if they take a specific action with your pop-up. In our case, we just want to use a normal pop-up that appears in the middle of the screen with a coupon code that people can copy and use in the checkout page. So let's go with this. Now, we can tweak and edit this template as we wish. We can start with the container, we can change the background color and anything else. You can move things around and arrange elements inside this pop-up as you wish. You can change the copy, you can change the color, you can change the style and size, basically everything. And it's that simple, like moving these arrows here for space, for example, or if I want to make it bigger, it's that simple to do it, even without working on the sidebar. Let's focus on the coupon part, on the coupon component of this widget. For this one as well, we can change the background color, the text style, the font family, the font weight, obviously the size of this little box. If we want to make it bigger or smaller, we can make the text bigger. We can change the icon if we have an icon that we like more. Color of the icon, size of the icon, these are all things that you can personalize as you wish. Round corners, hover effects, spacing, everything is customizable. Everything can be created, can be changed and tweaked as you wish, as you like it to be. You can change this image as well, choose another image, or you can put a video if you have a video that you want instead of this image here. So let's delete this and keep the video. Or we can just keep the image as it is right now, or choose another image if we like another image. One component that I recommend you to test a little, to play with, is the floating image. That is really cool. It's an image that you can put wherever you want around the screen, not just inside the component. So let me give you a really quick example. If we want to go with this Black Friday image, we can make it smaller and we can put it at the corner of the pop-up. And this is already original and picks the attention of the person visiting the website because this is something different from what they see normally. Another thing that we can add to our entire structure is a teaser. Now, a teaser is a graphic element that we can put anywhere we want around the screen, like this little flip here that we can click. And when user click on this, they see the pop-up. So the pop-up appears when they click on this, or with any other triggering that we will decide later. For this as well, we can change anything about, the style and color, or we can move it around the screen. We can put it somewhere else. We can add an animation if we want to pick the attention of the person. And for this as well, we can choose whatever we want. We can put a close button if we want people to be able to get rid of it. We can change the text here. We can put an image on this. We can change the size and the shape of this. We can do a lot of things. Now, we don't need a teaser for this example, so let's go just with this widget here. Let's assume that everything is ready on our side. We can take a look at how it looks on mobile. In this case, I have to adjust this thing to be visible in the right way on the mobile. So now desktop version is perfect. The mobile version is perfect. We're ready to go. Let's click on save. And let's move to the triggering part. That is where we decide all the rules involved in this widget. So when to show it, where to show it, and everything else. Let's start with the frequency. We can decide to show it just once per session, or we can decide not to limit it, or show it just once, or one time per day to that person. Let's take a look at when to display it. Again, we have different conditions we can pick from. We can decide to show it immediately, or when all the conditions below are met, or when any of the conditions below are met. For example, we can decide to show it after 20 seconds they spend on the page. You can change here the duration. You can choose to show it 20 seconds after they spend on your website, whatever page is involved. Or maybe they scroll the page, they scroll just 10% of your page. When they reach 10% of your page, you show their pop-up. This is really cool because you can decide to move it to 70%. So it means that someone scroll and it's interested, because otherwise they wouldn't have scrolled down to 70%. Or after they visited a certain amount of pages on your website, maybe they visited 3 pages on your website. That means they're really interested in what you do and what you sell. That's the moment to show the pop-up. Or the exit intent, that is really cool. When someone moves their mouse out of the page, then you show the pop-up. And that's another way to get their attention. We can decide when to stop displaying this pop-up. There is the annoyance safeguard as well, especially if you have different pop-ups and you are selling different things. We will be sure that just one pop-up at a time will be on screen and not more than one. We can decide to show it just to new visitors, or to everyone, or just to returning visitors. So as you can see, this is really, really personalizable. You can create something that is exactly what you expect. We can decide on which pages to show this pop-up. We can exclude certain pages or locations. We can decide to show it just on mobile or desktop. That's up to you. Now, let's move to the integration part, how to integrate this. We completed it, it's published, it's up and running. How can we integrate this pop-up on your website? Well, we need to click on script on the sidebar. I'm going to click on script. This is the script here that you have to copy and paste right before the closing of the body tag. You copy this code, you put it on the pages you want or on your entire website, and Claspo will start working straight away. This is the only thing you have to do. Is really, really quick. Otherwise, if you have WordPress or if you are working on Shopify, you have different ways to do it that it's even easier. In case of WordPress, you can just download the plugin, install the plugin into your WordPress website, turn on the plugin, and now it's working. Same exact thing with Shopify. If instead you want to put it on your website, you have the code here and you're ready to go. You just copy this code, you paste it on your website, and it's done. It's basically done. This is all you have to do basically to have one coupon code pop-up up and running on your website that will raise your conversion rate of 3 times and will make your visitors become finally customers and clients. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck with all your sales.